How's it going, guys? It's C-RadTV at a WWE Smackdown review from last night. Let's get started with it. So, Smackdown starts off with Jeff Hardy coming out to address the WWE Universe. Jeff, addressing the controversy Extreme Rules when he lost the United States Championship to Nakamura in 5 seconds. Of course, Jeff Hardy wanted called Shinsuke a con artist because Shinsuke would hit the low blow. And he also called Shinsuke a jackass. And then says Shinsuke can only win now by hitting a low blow. Well, I'll be honest here. The low blows from Shinsuke are getting really old. Like, it was getting old with AJ Styles, and it's getting really, really old with Jeff Hardy. And then Jeff admits that he wasn't thinking clear when he chose to start the match Extreme Rules. Yeah, it's pretty obvious you weren't, Jeff, because you lost in 5 seconds. And of course, Jeff did request a rematch on SmackDown later in the night. He did get it. And then Jeff promises to focus on 2 things in the rematch. 1, making Nakamura feel as much pain as possible. And 2, taking back the United States Championship. So we'll get to the US title match later on in the night. So next up, we get a one-on-one match. This is actually a pretty good match to open the show. We have WWE Champion AJ Styles versus Andrade Cien Almas. Highlights of the match, AJ's dropkick was also good. The splash in the corner was also great. Andrade's dropkick was also good. AJ's fireman's carry neckbreaker move was also great. Andrade's knees in the corner was good, along with AJ's Pele kick. Match ending as Andrade would go for the DDT to finish it. AJ would roll through to get the calf crusher locked in for the submission victory. And if I'm checking correctly, this is actually Andrade's first loss on the main roster. So yeah, this is actually more suitable as to AJ Styles. So yeah, hopefully this doesn't mean that WWE's gave up on Almas. Hopefully. Next up, we get a women's match. We get Becky Lynch versus Mandy Rose. Only a couple highlights in this match. This match was a little boring, meh. Couple matches, Becky's drop kicks were good. Mandy's kicks were also great too. Becky's back exploder was well executed. Match ending, Becky would lock in the disarmer to get the submission victory. Of course, after the match, Becky Lynch would grab a microphone. And Becky, of course, saying how much of a roll she's been on. Yes, you've been on a roll, Becky. And then Becky challenges Carmella to a SmackDown Women's title match at SummerSlam, as Becky says she's ready to reclaim the SmackDown Women's Championship. Of course, backstage, SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella was watching this in SmackDown General Manager Paige's office. And of course, Carmella was there talking to Paige about wanting another celebration. Another one? Seriously, Carmella? How many do you need? Like, wasn't one good enough? But now you gotta beat the dead horse on this? And of course, Carmella bristled at the notion that Becky could challenge her for the title. Oh, what? Carmella, you afraid of a little competition? So Paige decides she's gonna schedule a non-title match between Carmella and Becky next week on SmackDown. And if Becky wins, she will get a shot at the SmackDown Women's title against Carmella at SummerSlam. So yeah, there's a match for next week for you folks. So next up, we get a one-on-one match. We get Samoa Joe versus Ty Dillinger. A couple highlights in the match. Ty's haymakers were pretty good. Joe's Pele kick was on point. The reverse senton was well executed. Match ending, Samoa Joe to lock in the Coquina clutch to get the submission victory. So yeah, sort of it was a meh match. Like Samoa Joe's supposed to be sent up for a feud with AJ Styles for the title. At least that's the rumor. We'll have to wait and see on that. So next up, we get a segment. We get the Team Hell No funeral segment. It was hosted by The Miz. The Miz, of course, was equipped with the full regalia and a slew of pallbearers. Of course, Miz is having a funeral after Team Hell No lost to the Bludgeon Brothers at Extreme Rules Sunday. Of course, Miz ran down Team Hell No's performance in the match Sunday and their legacy as a team. Miz, of course, would go on and say that Team Hell No is officially dead. They also claim that Daniel Bryan is still ducking the Miz, and that Daniel Bryan is not man enough to face the Miz. And then Miz claims that Daniel Bryan is destroying his own legacy. So then Daniel Bryan would come out, and then Daniel would attack the Miz from behind. As soon as Daniel got the upper hand, the pallbearers would interject, allowing the Miz to escape. Daniel Bryan would take out all the pallbearers with barrages of suplexes, and this segment would end with Daniel Bryan eyeing down the Miz from the ring while Miz is on the ramp. So I think we know what this is setting up for. This is setting up for Miz versus Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam, which means Daniel Bryan has yet to sign an extension. Will Daniel Bryan fuck off from the company, or will Daniel Bryan choose to stay? We will have to wait and see at a later time. But anyway, continuing on. Next up, we get a one-on-one match. We get Kofi Kingston of the New Day against Eric Young of Sanity. Yay, we get to watch another great match from my boy Eric Young. It was a pretty good match back and forth. Match ending, Killian Dane would throw Xavier Woods into Kofi while the ref's back was turned. That would allow Eric to hit the neckbreaker variation to get the 3 count for the win. So this was the only match tonight that ended with a 3 count. Because the other matches ended in disqualification, submission or some other form of crap. But yeah, that's where we are now. But anyway, next up is our main event. The U.S. title rematch. New United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura defends against Jeff Hardy. Before I review this match, I must say right here, I'm happy that Shinsuke's U.S. Champion. He needed that title after losing 6 straight WWE Championship matches. I'm proud he's now holding a main roster title. However, I'm sort of pissed that the match was only 5 seconds and they shit on both of them in one go. And 2, to be honest, Shinsuke should have won a title a long time ago. It should have been the WWE title last year at SummerSlam, but hey, I guess the US title is a good consolation prize. But anyway, continuing on to the match itself. Highlights of the match. Jeff's atomic drop was good. Shinsuke's strikes were good along with the knee in the corner. Shinsuke's hammer kick was well executed along with Jeff's side effect. Jeff's whisper in the wind was on point. Shinsuke's German suplex neck breaker, I'm not sure what that move is called. But anyway, you get it. That into the corner was also good. Match ending. Jeff Hardy would hit the Twist of Fate Swanton Bomb combo on Shinsuke Nakamura. And as Jeff's going for the pin, Randy Orton would come out. And Randy would break up the pin, forcing the DQ. So Shinsuke was going to retain regardless. And also by having Jeff win by DQ, you also now make Shinsuke look like a weak champion. Like Shinsuke's first title defense, and you make him lose by DQ. So you make him look weak. Instead of making him look good. Well, that's one way to shit on Shinsuke's career, I suppose. But anyway, continuing on after the match, Randy Orton would attack Jeff Hardy for post-match assault. So I guess that means that for Randy's return, Randy is back as a heel. So Randy would take the attack to the outside. Randy would stomp Jeff Hardy's skull into the steel steps. And then Randy would attempt to rip Jeff Hardy's earpiecing out of his ear by extensively stretching the earlobe. It was brutal. Like, goddamn, that's gotta hurt. Because piercings hurt, man. I don't have any piercings, but I know for a fact they hurt. I might consider one in the future. We'll have to see. But then, continuing on, Randy Orton would then throw Jeff Hardy over the announce table to continue the assault. That would be when the medical personnel would come out. And then Randy Orton would then finish it off by hitting the DDT on Jeff Hardy off the announce table onto the concrete floor. And Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton is standing tall. And while Shinsuke Nakamura is watching from the other side of the ring. So Randy Orton's a heel. And I believe this is also to write Jeff Hardy off storyline-wise, because Jeff Hardy did have those injuries, which is another reason why he dropped the U.S. title. Probably explains why he lost in 5 seconds. But yeah. So yeah, that's how we end SmackDown. So SmackDown, it was a meh show. Mediocre. Pretty meh. My rating, 4 out of 10. It's SmackDown's the better show this week. Once again. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. So yeah, hope everyone has a great day, and yeah, peace out.